Chris was ramped up. Paddack was ramped up pretty fast last spring. I think a lot of people wanted to see him. I mean, you've now seen him against major league hitters, but looks like he's moving pretty quickly now. Like, is he on a different progression maybe this year because you know what he can do, or is he?
I can't speak to what he was on last year. You know, I didn't see it. I just know that you know, his off season, he has followed every protocol, every bullpen, every side to a T, and you know, bearing good health. We're right there, like right where he needs to be right now.
Is there some incentive though to maybe easing him into the spring games, given that, I mean, he's presumably part of the rotation mix and you kind of know what you have in him already?
I think we're just looking for the sweet spot. I don't know if we're looking for it to ease or to push hard, but you know, we're looking, you know, for him to be you know, ready to go one of those first 3 games of the year.
From what you've seen from him, the fastball changeup mix is obviously really good and he can put them where he wants. How important do you think that curveball is, and what could it do to his game?
I think anytime you add, you know, another pitch, another wrinkle, you know, for the you know, the hitters, I think that's an advantage. Whether that's a curveball, whether that's a slider, or anything like that. So, I think it's part of his progression. Honestly, it's just, you know, he's got 1 year now in the big leagues, and you know, I think the one thing we do believe is you never stay the same. You know, you're either getting better or worse, and you know, a lot of times that can be improvement on an individual pitch.
Spent all of 45 minutes in your clubhouse today, but just by looking at Tommy Pham, I think he can melt objects just by staring at them. You know, how intense is that guy, and how does he compare to the players that you've been around in your career?
He's very intense, and I love it. I think it's going to be a good mix to the clubhouse. Been around some intense players in the past. Beltre's competitiveness, his toughness, his intensity, but Pham seems, you know, the same way. Whether you're watching him take BP, whether you're watching him work in the cage, in the gym, working out. You know, yesterday he grabs his glove and goes and power shags for a couple groups. He's working on jumps, he's working on reads, and so he does a really good job of using his time efficiently, you know, throughout the day.
The players that I talked to in the clubhouse today, Will Myers and Austin Hedges, both were a little bit surprised that they were still, you know, Padres come spring training. How do you go about developing that relationship moving forward, assuming that they are still with this team?
I think they understand the goals. They've been here a while now, and you know, whether they're surprised or they're not, like I'm not surprised one bit, you know, that they're Padres. So the only thing I look forward to is, you know, going forward and you know, hopefully that you know, their performance continues to improve. Hopefully they continue to, you know, improve in all areas of the game, and I'm excited to have them.
How closely do you expect to monitor Garrett workload throughout the year for a guy that hasn't been able to pitch a full season in 2 years?
I think there's a responsibility you have anytime somebody's coming off injury, and certainly Tommy John. I don't want to sit back and say we're going to baby anything, because that's not real and that's not true. He's going to kind of dictate, you know, by his health and by his work and what the trainers are saying, how far we can go. So our expectations are he's going to go out and pitch and be at pitch innings, a pitch count very equivalent to the other 4 or 5 starters.